The Higher Diploma in Human Resource Development aims to provide a structured professional development opportunity for mid-career learning and development professionals who are moving to or aim to move to a management position.
My name is Alton Sherman. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Management and Marketing in University College Cork. I'm the Academic Director of the Higher Diploma in Human Resource Development and I oversee the content of the programme, and I work very closely with the staff here in Adult Continuing Education.
The Higher Diploma in Human Resource Development is at level 8 of the National Framework of Qualifications. It is co-accredited by the Irish Institute of Training and Development, which lends weight to your qualification, particularly in the job market. The programme runs 2 nights a week and occasional Saturdays.
I decided to do a course in learning and development because I was looking for some continuous professional development. I had spent 10 years working in HR, in the general field of HR, and I was looking for something specific to develop my skills in. So the learning and development course ran by UCC caught my eye, ticked a lot of the boxes for me in terms of change management, leadership, organisational development, and the modules really spoke to me, so I signed up and never looked back. And approximately about 12 months after I completed the learning and development course, I got the job here in Cork Airport as head of HR for Cork Airport, so responsibility for the whole of the operation in Cork.
People might wonder what human resource development is. It's the process through which an organisation enables learning for its individuals, for its teams, and also learning at the organisational level as well. If you look at the changes that have affected organisations in the last quarter century, for example, improvements in technology, political changes, social changes, economic changes even, it's very difficult for organisations to remain competitive in the face of all these changes. So many organisations now are looking at learning as important currency for them to actually remain competitive and sustainable.
Well, I've been working in sales and marketing for the pharmaceutical industry for about maybe 14 years and very successful at it. So I got very interested in the kind of change management and the learning behaviour behind the people side within that as well. And a big part of my job was also in training. So I really saw an area that I could identify that I wanted to pursue and develop myself in. Initially I found it very daunting. I suppose I questioned myself, would I be able for it, because at the time I was working in the full country in a sales role, based out of Dublin and working in the UK as well. I think it might have been a good 10-15 years since I was in college. That part was a little bit daunting at first, getting back into the classroom and you're out of your routine. But what I would say is the network you build up within that class is fantastic. And I would say you equally learn as much from the people in your class as you do from the coursework. And still to this day I would be in contact with a lot of those people from that class.
I found that working in the learning and development environment that there were parts of the equation that I was missing, and I looked at the content of the learning and development programme and I felt that that would fill in the gaps for me, if you know what I mean, in terms of the background and the theory behind talent development. There are hugely advantages in terms of both doing the job and in terms of, you know, looking for if you're looking for other opportunities as well. It's very important to have a qualification in the discipline, and you know, employers value those qualifications highly, and I know that from my colleagues in recruitment. So hugely valuable in terms of career opportunities.
A good example of a company that has embraced human resource development is Netflix. So about 15 or 20 years ago, Netflix as a company, they could anticipate and they had a clear idea of how television was going to be consumed by customers. So maybe 15-20 years ago they were a very small company, but through learning and development and upskilling, they now have emerged as arguably the leading provider of television in 2017. And Netflix have a very specific approach to developing their staff. They don't really focus on performance metrics. They actually focus more on developing staff and learning and continuous learning throughout a person's tenure with the organisation. So that would be just one of many organisations we would actually study in depth to learn how do organisations actually practically apply the key principles of human resource development.
The programme is delivered by academics and practitioners in the field of HRD. Assessment is continuous throughout the year. Modules are assessed incrementally, building to a total of 60 credits, which will enable you to gain your award. A formal conferring ceremony is held in UCC on the main campus at the end of your year. As a part-time student, you are also entitled to access full facilities of University College Cork.
This programme has been developed in partnership with the Irish Institute of Training and Development, the IITD, and upon completion, graduates of this programme can apply for professional membership of the IITD.